Today's story is Queen Victoria's bathing machine. Queen Victoria looked out at the sea. It was blue, it was cold, it was nice as could be. The day was so hot, the sun was so bright, her petticoats itched and her corset was tight. She whispered a wish, it was only a whim. How grand it would be to go for a swim! Her lady-in-waiting collapsed on the floor. I never heard such nonsense before. Impossible, she cried. It will be a disgrace to see more queen than her hands and her feet. How would she get from the beach to the water without showing more herself than she ought to? The queen sighed a sigh. I'll give up a notion I'll never be allowed into the ocean. For how I can swim if I wear all my clothes, my petticoats and dresses, my shoes and my hose. They'll get drippy and slushy and soggy and sodden, and down I would sink right to the bottom. My dear, said Prince Albert, if it is your wish to dribble and splatter and swim like a fish, then there must be a way to transport you with ease, while keeping the pylons for glimpsing your knees. I'll give all my genius and all my attention to devise a device to invent an invention. Albert was learning. Albert was bright. Albert was nearly always right. He's been everywhere from Denmark to Munich. He studied old wars, both Spartan and Punic. His knowledge of battle no one could fault. He read dozens of books on a catapult. It hurled heavy rocks into the air, chucking them easily from here to there. Victoria, dear, it might be romantic to be launched from your window into the Atlantic, moving so quickly you never would show as much as the peak of your royal toe. But Albert, the English, you know how they shoot partridge and basins, manassers and coot, whatever's up in the air they bring down and roast it and toast it to the crispy brown, to have it for breakfast, to have with their tea. I'm sure you don't wish that to happen to me. Just after midnight, Albert sprang from the bed. A brilliant idea had come into his head. Wake up, dear Victoria. Your worries are over. You can swim all the way from Osborne to Dover. They waltz, they mazurk, they dance a polka too. They collapse on their bed with their nightcaps askew. First thing in the morning, Albert got busy. His imperial demands made everyone dizzy. I must have some wood. Quick, cut down a tree. Dig up some stones and send them to me. Give me a wheelwright. Give me a Manson. Victoria's splashing should be confined to a basin. Albert saw lumber. He pounded some nails. He ordered 4 wheels. He laid down stone rails. He constructed a room with nary a frown. He fashioned a porch with steps to climb down. When all was complete, it was fit for the queen. Victoria, I made you a bathing machine. Let me tell you, my dear, what I propose. You enter the back door wearing all your clothes. Off comes your dress, off come your rings, off come all those unmentionable things. You put on your suit as quick as can be, and the bathing machine will roll into the sea. Once it's out on the porch, the curtain will hide you, while your lady-in-waiting hovers beside you. You climb down the steps in perfect repose, into the ocean right up to your nose. No one will get so much as a peep, except for the creatures down in it deep. You're a genius, dear Albert. I'm truly excited. We'll have all the workmen fed and knighted. She entered the bathing machine by the door. Off came her corset, 10 petticoats, and more. The windows were shut for prying spies, and her lady-in-waiting covered her eyes. Goodbye to the land, goodbye to the turf. Victoria rolled the waves and dove into the surf. Dog pedal, butterfly, side stroke and crawl. The buoyant Victoria emptied them all. She plunged, she pitched, she rolled as she wallowed, with water all around her, so some of it swallowed. Two sailors on a frigate were having a tiff. One said a flatboat, one said a skiff. It might be a schooner that him hoist the sail. If it gets closer, you'll get to the hail. It's taking the shape of the soup tureen. Belay in her vest, I'll believe it's our queen. Victoria, unaware of her subject's surprise, carry on what her watery exercise. Tuna and turtles and salmon and flounder tickle her toes and swim all around her. With a splash and a skitter and a final rinse, the grateful Victoria returned to her friends. The end.